Widely considered one of the best meals in the whole world. Today, everything you need to know about Argentinian asado. Okay, before we start cooking an Argentinian asado, we need to talk about what is an Argentinian asado, because it's way more than a meal. It's more like a ritual. Yes, we eat meat, we eat sausages, we eat organ food, but the main thing about the asado is the social part of it. An average asado is at 5 to 6 hours. It could last 12 hours, but asado is so deeply rooted in the Argentinian culture that you do it all your life. Asado is mainly 90% is beef. Yes, you can do pork, you can do chicken, but it's mainly beef. For this occasion, we are glad that we have Argentinian beef. The guys from Argentine Beef sent me a lot of beef to try today. A tri-tip, a picanha that is not very traditional in Argentina, but yes, we cook a lot of picanha. Entraña, that's the outside skirt. You can see when you do pork ribs, that piece of meat that is hanging on the ribs, that's the outside skirt. And last, we have a beef tenderloin. That is not very classic to do it in an asado, but yes, sometimes we do it. A little more about Argentinian beef. So mainly in Argentina is pasture-raised cattle, finish it with grain. The difference between Argentinian beef and the American beef, Texan beef, like the prime one, is that it's less fatty. I like it because it has the best of both worlds. Pasture-raised, grass-fed, I like the beefiness of the meat, but also when you finish it with grain, you have that marbling right amount of fat. So that's why Argentinian beef is so good. So to make this video 100% Argentinians, we had to go and buy some, what we call in Argentina, achuras. It's basically sausages plus organ food. Yes, sound disgusting, but it's cultural. In Argentina, we eat a lot of organ foods. For that, we're gonna have pork sausage, intestines, chinchulines, and molleja, that's sweetbreads. That in Argentina, mollejas, believe it or not, is the most expensive cut on the whole cow, on the whole animal. So if you don't know what molleja is, sweetbreads, leave it in the comments, okay? I'm not gonna say it. So now stop talking. We're waiting for some friends to come because Argentinian asado, you need more Argentinians, right? Just me, Santi, and the Texan behind the camera, we're not enough. Oh. Okay, for today's grill, we're gonna use the Odin from Fogues TX and Paran! Santi, welcome. Of course, if we're gonna do Argentinian asado, Santi has to come. Remember, the technique on the Argentinian asado is we cook with embers, not with flames. So Santi's gonna put some embers over there and he's gonna prepare the grill. How do you know how much coals you have to put? Consider the Argentinian asado is like a slow, open fire cook. So he put coals in that, so my hand can last like 6 seconds here. If it's hot enough that you have to pull your hand off, it's too hot. So that's how we're gonna control the heat. Argentinian asado is about feeling. We're gonna take it slow. We're gonna cook everything to the same temperature. It's a medium heat, 6 seconds, right? And we're gonna cook all the cuts here. What do you think, Santi? Maybe it's too much? Maybe we can let it rest.
No, when you put the meat, it's a little colder.
Cool. So now, look, Santi. He smelled the food. He's always happened like that. Fabricio Oberto, everybody, our friend from Argentina. He also lives in Texas.
I'm too early.
Thank you for coming. I look like a hobbit right next to this guy. Look at this guy.
Everything good?
Yeah, good. You smell the food, that's why you came?
We can avoid this.
Okay, we're ready to make an asadito. Hey, so...
I'm gonna sit over there and I'm gonna watch you guys. You're the pro. You're the pro.
Problem.
So the party is done. This is what I mean about Argentinian asado. It's about friends, it's about enjoying around the fire. Look at these two big guys. The ring, where's the, okay. And also it's a classic. You always come early before the meat is on because the nice part about the asado is, again, being around the fire, drinking, talking. Let's put the meat on, vamos. Okay, guys, so we're gonna put tenderloin. We're gonna cook it extremely slow. Guys, tri-tip. We're gonna put fat side first. 80% of the cook is gonna be in the fat side. Picanha. Ooh, did you hear that? And then we have this, and another thing about the asado, right? You have to paste everything so it can be ready kind of at the same time. So this is gonna be a fast cook, so we're gonna put them later. I personally like to season on the grill. I know people like to do it before, because this is a slow cook. This is gonna cook for at least 1.5 hours in this side, so we can do that, the dry brine that you do it normally 30 minutes before, we can do it on the grill. And of course, to keep it Argentinian, is only salt. So what are you doing?
If the wood is not good, it's gonna start like sparkling and making a lot of noise. Just a tip. I don't know. Maybe urban legend.
I don't know. Let's believe it, okay? Let's believe it. So now, dude, let's get a mate, okay? Let's get a mate, get around the fire, and enjoy, right? Vamos. Okay, guys, as you might know, if you're from Argentina, you already know this guy is a former NBA player. He wants to be introduced as a tall guy. He's a good friend of mine. We are neighbors here in Texas. He's the reason why I met Santi, right?
Yep.
Thank you for that, huh?
Yes.
No.
Still thank you?
No. No. You ruined my life. He's a huge NBA player, Olympic champion.
And I love barbecue.
And he loves barbecue. He doesn't want to talk about him, but he's a legend.
It's like a great deal when we get together and stories. Maybe we heard already like 1,000 times stories, like the same, but we keep upgrading details, and that's the awesome part for the barbecues. Asados.
We've been doing this for the past 3 years, maybe more, right? When we get together, for me, it's like being in Argentina for a while, right? It's for that half day, full day, I'm in Argentina. Last time when your mom was here doing sobremesa, that we're gonna talk about what is a sobremesa after we eat, and then the women that were at the deck playing cards, and we were like drinking vino, mate. For me, it was like automatically I was in Argentina for a couple hours. I was back in Argentina. That's a beautiful thing when you get around the fire, right?
We're missing some important that I know that you might have it someplace. First the mate, and after there is always una picadita. And we're gonna use like the setup of dishes, or we're gonna eat in the same big wood table. We're
gonna do the same like wooden cutting board.
Yeah, the wood.
We're gonna share the cutting board. We don't have picadita. Yeah, we could have. That was a good idea, but damn it. I know the answer, but I want to see if you feel the same, because you live in other countries too.
Yep.
You live in Europe.
Overseas, yeah.
What happened with Texas? Why we feel so much at home in Texas?
Yeah,
what do you think it is?
I think it's like, I'm gonna repeat something like the vibe of the people. They're always trying to help. They're always open. When you start getting the country life, easy living.
Well, the cultures between Texas and Argentina are different, but the things that we like are the same.
Yes.
So it's friendly people, outdoor living, barbecue and asados, horses, ranches.
I don't know how we do it, but always Argentinians, we get together.
The magnet is like
yes.
What you did, my boys start drinking mate and fernet because of this guy. Well, my son already, but all his friends, now they're all drinking mate, they're all listening to cumbia, like they love everything about Argentina. But that's something that we also do, right? We like to share the culture, right? That's what we do all the time. What did asado means for you in your life?
It's like always like a good excuse to get with friends, family. Sundays is like almost mandatory in Argentina. If you got to enjoy the moment, like Wednesdays, it's gonna be like a half of the week, so you're gonna break, you divide the week, so you get like Wednesday night a barbecue with your friends. That 2-3 hours is like a big push for the rest of the week.
Look at this guy.
Yes.
You're still going back to Cordoba, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think
in a
about?
Couple weeks.
Oh yeah, Cordoba is a province in Argentina where he's from and Santi's from. So it's true that all the
No. Oh my God.
If someday Ben, the guy behind camera, gets upset with us,
oh no, you're in trouble.
He has a lot of material.
Yes. Yes.
Okay guys, we're 1 hour into the asado cook, and now we're gonna start planning the first thing that is coming out of the grill. That said, always, if you're gonna do original, traditional Argentinian asado, has to be a choripan. Choripan, what is it? It's the Argentinian street food. It's sausage, bread, and chimichurri. So we have the sausage there, we have the bread, now we need to make the chimichurri, and for that, my chimichurri dry mix, that you can use it as a dry wrap like this, or you can mix it with vinegar and oil. But first we're gonna put the vinegar, equal parts of vinegar, and mix, let it rehydrate, and in 10 minutes we're gonna add the oil. While we wait wait for this, we're gonna start grilling the lemons. The lemons is gonna be for the chinchulines and the mollejas, the sweetbreads. So when you grill the lemon, you know, it's gonna make it more juicy, and that like the roast, the burnt part of the thing, and the caramelizing is spectacular. So let's go to the grill. As you can see, right, first are gonna be the sausages. The mollejas are doing good, but they still have time. The chinchulines are good. We are warming up the bread, and the meat is almost ready to flip. Maybe another 10 minutes, and when we flip the meat, we're gonna start cooking the outside skirt, the entraña, right? Remember, that's gonna be a fast cook. Almost ready, guys. I think in 30 minutes, we're gonna be eating. People are coming, people are ready here to enjoy, okay? Vamos, dale. Okay, I forgot, and this is very, very, very Argentinian, right? The proboleta. Proboleta is a provolone cheese that you cut it like that, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch. And see how I let it sit outside the bag, right? So it kind of like dried a little bit. And this is a proboletera. This is a special thing from Argentina, also fogues. We're gonna warm it up, and then we're gonna cook the proboleta. That's gonna be also like a starter. There's another thing that you have to understand about Argentinian asado. Right, that is, it took me a lot of time to get used to here in Texas, but when we do asado, we sit down to eat. You know, here in the US, everybody's standing up and sit whatever they want. When we stop eating, that's when the sobremesa is happening. The sobremesa is something that doesn't have translation in English, and I'm gonna explain later what it is, okay? Sobremesa, beautiful word. I'm very excited about today. Vamos! Vamos! Okay guys, now equal parts of oil. Poquito de olive oil. Like we said, we have the warm bread here. We're gonna do choripanes, okay? I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make a choripan. We butterfly it. That's a choripan. That's a classic. That simple is a choripan, okay? El primero, the first one, guest of honor.
Okay. Como levanta el chimi,
Chimi on everything, baby. Everything is okay. The choripan was delicious. Now we need to flip everything. We're gonna start cooking the proboleta first. Check this out. How do I know I have to flip it? Touch here is warm. I can see some sweating up here. It contracts a little bit. So now everything tells me that it's ready to flip. So look, you wanna take them slow. This one, because it doesn't have a protection, we keep flipping it like 2 or 3 times already, and with a little bit of heat, not too much.
¿Cómo come?
Yeah.
You ready to eat? Going on here.
Okay guys, all the achuras ready, the cheese ready. Now we're gonna start serving. We use this as a starter. Look at this, perfection. Proboleta, we have some lemons here. This is a good tip when it's too hot. Fabri. Oh no. Look, check this out. This is called abracero. You put coals and you put the lid, and you keep your food warm. Chinchulin. Cheers. That's back home. Okay guys, right on time. We have everything out of the grill. We have the picanha, the tri-tips, the entraña, the outside skirt, the beef tenderloin, and more people came to visit. Here are the girls. Girls here, welcome. And I have another guy from Argentina. You have to prove. Talk to me. A ver, háblame. ¿Sos argentino vos?
Sí, poquito.
¿Qué comiste recién? Sweetbreads, ¿cómo se dice?
Molleja.
Argentino, right? Outside skirt, okay? With the grain and now against the grain. Vamos.
Okay. Wow.
Now we're gonna go the tri-tip, see how it runs. The fibers run here. We're gonna cut it against the grain, always, right? Check this out. Ta-da!
Wow. Good job, guys.
Picanha. I have a feeling, I have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Look at that. Then we have to vote, guys, okay? Ready? Vamos.
I'm so sorry, it's my first time.
Last, tenderloin. Vamos, beef tenderloin.
Last but not least.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, that's the most difficult cook because it doesn't have protection, that fat. See how it like slightly overcooked in the here because we don't have the protection of the fat. This is by far the leanest cut, but the most tender, right? Adentro, muchachos.
Manteca.
Yeah, it's butter. It's basically butter. I know what is my favorite. They all have different textures. They all have different flavors. Let's go. All right.
Here.
Tenderloin?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I have to.
Tenderloin?
Yes.
Picanha.
Picanha.
Outside skirt. Okay, so that's a winner. Beef tenderloin is a winner. All the meat was excellent. Now we're gonna cut it all. We're gonna serve it. We're gonna enjoy. Thank you guys for coming. This is a pleasure. Fabri.
Thank you. I can take in this.
Yes.
This was Argentinian Asado with Argentine beef. Thank you, Argentine beef, for providing the meat. That was amazing. And guys, until next time, vamos, vamos.